Hi there, my name is Nethiam, and today we're playing Factorio. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you're having a great day. When we last left off, we were getting our copper situation going, and now we got to start getting those copper plates on out of here. So let's go ahead and think about where that's going to go. I mean, it's here. That's the answer. But now we're going to also need to start bringing trains down here from up in the factory area, right? So like the next goal here is this is making us belts. We also want to make inserters. So that's going to be over here, and that's going to take a lot of the same things, right? This is taking... All right, how the heck was I planning to do this? How was I planning to do this? Because belt inserters need plates, gears, and electronic circuits. So we had a third train's worth, and that sends those things. Yes? Yes, sure. I know what I'm doing. Anyway, so a train, this train or otherwise, will now also have to be able to make its way all the way down here. So we're gonna have to something. I don't think I'm gonna do this one because I don't think I want the track to run over the iron. I could have it go this way, but that would cut into my potential factory area here, which I don't really want either. So I think this makes the most sense. So we'll go ahead and set this up so that we can start getting this down here. But that probably is gonna mean that we're gonna have to actually start signaling some stuff. Because now we'll have several trains crossing each other and sharing track and stuff. Because now we're gonna want that other train to come here, and that probably means, well, no, it's not gonna be that train, because we have one more step to do. We gotta make green circuits. So that's actually what we're gonna do, is we're gonna take this copper to some sort of green circuit factory, which could certainly exist down here for sure. That way we don't have to take them as far, but I kind of like the idea of this being sort of our production area and this being, you know, not. This is where fuel will be, and this is where copper smelting is, and then we bring all the stuff up here and we do other things with it. So I'm thinking maybe like here is where we make green circuits, and then that's obviously where we'll use green circuits. So either way, copper's gonna have to come up here and get used in the next stage of the build. So let's start actually setting some of that stuff up. We probably won't get to all of it right this second because it's a lot to do, but I think that's a worthwhile thing here. So we'll have this. Whoa. better pay attention. Let me grab the car. I think there's a fair distance to travel here. And then I guess we can get this started just so it can start working. So I'm gonna go ahead and just say the first train or the first car for now. Just because I think we're gonna want, I don't think we need to go too overboard with that just yet. Obviously, we're going to want to go overboard with it ASAP, but right now we don't have the infrastructure for that, I don't think, anyway, so there's sort of no point at the moment. What's going on? Oh, I was pointed the wrong way. All right, that goes there. This comes out of here. That goes there. That goes there. There. And there. Lovely. All right, let's get these guys put down. Let's get some chests. And that's pretty much all we need right now because that's really all we want. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take those down because we don't actually need those, because we're going to wrap these two belts up this way. And oh, I'm out of undergroundies. Shocking, I know. We're gonna bring the belts around, and we're just gonna have these two belts here. As we go, we'll definitely obviously have more. Whoops. Whoopsie doopsies. Let's try that again. Cool. All right, and then we'll get these connected here. That way they can start filling these little output chests. So we can store a few more than just what will sit on a belt. While we go and get some tracks set up. And maybe some signals. We'll see. Whoop. Oh, yeah, no, that's right. I saw some belts that didn't go anywhere, and I was very confused. But that was how I set it up. All right, so this is all good in terms of just the track is complete and goes where it needs to go and comes back. The main thing I think that we need to do first is make sure that that is the case north of this junction here. So we should get this track set up here. So this can also go north. From either direction. Hit. I have to like focus so hard when I'm using the car. All right, let me get rid of some of these trees. Honestly, I think it might just be faster just to do it on foot. I just feel like I just don't know how to control it. I'm just like a fish, just flopping around on the deck, trying to figure out how to get that the car to go the direction I want it to go, while also trying to figure out what track I'm trying to place down. Okay. Anyway, there's that. So now physically the tracks can go from up in this area down to the other area. This one is kind of upset, and I think it's mainly just because we gonna need something here. And then why don't I go ahead and make a little bit of we'll make a little bit of this outside track here. And by a little bit, I mean, obviously, this whole stretch. But we'll make some outside track. That way, two trains can kind of follow each other down. And because I have a feeling that pretty soon, we're really going to want to make use of all of this track. Because as we go places, it's going to start being an issue. We're gonna have trains sort of struggling, I think, to get out of each other's way if we're trying to force everything onto one track, you know? So let's for this section, doesn't matter. I think what matters more is signaling, and then we might as well get this all up and running, just because why not? Here. It's hard to tell. This is ghost track. Is there options? Can I like change? Can I change like the ghost color or the ghost opacity? Graphics is where I just was. Other? No. Interface? That's where I just was. I'm not seeing anything on a quick glance. I might be missing it, but I don't want to spend 8 years looking at it. All right. There probably is, maybe. I don't know. It'd be nice if I could change the color of the ghosts or something, like have a little bit of a color to them. Or something. But there we go. It doesn't matter. Although that might mess up signals. Yeah. Well, I'll probably want to have one. Is that's not verbose enough. Yeah, that's a little better. We'll see. We'll see if that's enough information for it to go across. But I think so. 'Cause like, I don't know, we'll see. 'Cause I feel like there's gonna be a situation in which a train is here and then this train can't go that way, which doesn't make sense. So we'll figure it out. But I can't get signals in here, which I was worried about. So we'll see if how big of an issue that ends up being for me. But yeah, we'll see. And then we're gonna have to signal this up as well. So I'm not gonna worry about that so much yet. 'Cause we don't even have anything coming down here. But I guess I gotta get a place to go first. There's sort of no point in setting up a train to come get copper if it's not going anywhere. So I think setting this up and getting my green circuit factory up and running is pretty important. Okay, let me see here. This does not need to be in there. This needs to be there. There we go. And this can go there. Oh no, those are okay. So let me see. We're gonna get this guy, and that can just go here. And yeah, okay. So green circuits, we're gonna need the usual. Copper cables. Okay. Do I feel like copper cable is worth making separately? I'm sure there's a mod that does this, but I would love a sort of like a thing that I click and it tells me what something is used in. I don't think that's a vanilla capability. But let's see if I can just sort of briefly take a look. That's gonna need cable. That just needs copper. A lot of it's just the green circuits. And I think my design philosophy for this is just going to be make everything separately, right? I can certainly obviously incorporate these things, right? Just bring in the copper. Wire for sure. Yeah, all this stuff. That might be worth it all by itself, that these are all going to need cable themselves. But yeah, I think even just generally, I think the design philosophy is just, whether or not it's the most efficient, that is irrelevant. I think the design philosophy is just everything gets made separately. Every warehouse is its own monolith. That's why I've been doing it this way to begin with, right? It's like, could we have just put factories here to make gears and just sent iron plates here and then not worried about trying to like combine them and stuff, right? We just send iron plates, we make gears, the gears and the plates make belts, right? We totally could do that. But I like the idea of having these things be separate and then go where they're needed to go. That's sort of the whole point of this. So, yeah, I think we're gonna keep that because that's the point. So let's get the rest of these tracks set up because I'm gonna need to just flip around here as well. So we're gonna need another one of these intersections, and that's gonna go right there. It's gonna go right there. Thank you. And then I'm going to do these straight. In fact, you know, it might be worth... I think it would, actually. I think it'd be worth having this. Beans. I missed it. We'll go too far. Oh, dang. I keep forgetting. Oh, man. All right, I can add it, right? Can I add more? Oh, I thought I could add more. Oh, dang it. Maybe you can, I just don't know. There. Q, Control C, Shift, grab. Okay. None of these. Just go right, basically right up to that. So none of this. There. And just add the straight bit of track as well. Create blueprint. And I'll just save it there. Cool. So now that has the 4-track associated with it as well, which I think will just sort of make my laying out the blueprints a little bit easier going forward. And I'm not gonna have that. I'm not gonna have that little twisty baseball thing. We'll go ahead and get rid of this in the future, just because, yeah, I think it's stupid. The more I've played with it, the more I don't like it. So, okay, so we're just gonna need 2 things for electronic circuits. But before we make electronic circuits, we're gonna have to make copper cables. So we'll do that down here. Or not, actually, because of all this uranium. We might be able to just stay clear of the uranium and have that be different. But I think what I'm gonna do... Actually, what am I gonna do? Now I think we're starting to come to a thing that I need to deal with. And that is, how do I deal with... Do I legitimately just have one thing per square? Or is there some way I can put a station here and have another factory nestled into this one? Because I would like to make this pretty big. But maybe it doesn't need to take up the whole volume. And maybe we can have this one sit here and then another one sit next to it, and that one is fed by this station. Stations are just a little too big for that. Maybe we do 2. 2 per square? Hi, did you find anything fun? A rock. Neat. These guys. Those guys are gonna be a pickle at some point. Or maybe we build some of these things down here. I would like to eventually turn this sort of more into the standard rail system that I'm using now. So this might be a good opportunity to build one here. And that sort of stays away from the uranium a little bit. And then maybe uranium production can be here. If and when we ever need that. Maybe. But also, I could put it here. Maybe the copper cable is sort of basic material enough to sort of stay down here. I don't know if I love that. Yeah. I kind of feel like... I think I'll do it vertically. So, or horizontally, one or the other. Where we have a factory here, and then we'll have another factory above it, and another station up here. Right? And then that's how we'll sort of quote unquote maximize the space a little bit. I think if I'm trying to fit in sort of 4 factories, they're all going to get pretty crunched up. Crunched up. Crunched ump. So, yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that. But, yeah, so maybe we'll go ahead and design that here. I'm going to have to take care of these guys really soon. I think one way or the other. Or maybe I should try to avoid that. Maybe here. Maybe right here. Maybe this is a good time to test that out. This works for that. This gives us what we need. All right, yeah, let's do that. So we will put the copper cable factory basically just to the south. It's actually huge. So much space here for things. So this is probably overkill. But it's fine. That's fine. They don't always have to be this big. I'm partially going based on the design I already did for this for these train tracks. So we'll put that there. This will be where the copper wire factory is. So copper wire is just obviously copper plate, so that's a very easy factory. We can just take any of these, this, I guess. We'll take this. Tiles, yeah, perfect. Take that. I'm gonna save this, I think. Oh, wow. Okay. Not sure why I was saving that, but cool. There it is. But yeah, that's sort of the basic. Right click to open. Can I? I could rebuild it, I suppose, but, or maybe that's what I'll do is, as I'm down here, I think we'll paste it down. I'm going to flip it, and we'll sort of we'll divide this up, sort of halvesies, and put it right there. And because I still might do things where I do combine factories, kind of like I'm doing with belts and inserters, because there might be something else that only takes copper plates that might just make sense to put next to this. But let's see about, ooh, I'm running low on materials. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? All right, we got factories being made any old how. So let's just go grab some pre-made factories and maybe some other stuff. Let's see. Ooh, 13 belts. Oh my goodness. Yeah, let's go grab some stuff. Whoops. Oh, I have belts up there now. That's another thing I want to set up is a little mall situation. Let's see, what do we got? We got factories, 50 ought to do it. We've got, I'm gonna need some copper plates and copper or iron plates, so we'll just grab that and that. We're gonna need, these are empty? Oh no. How could you? How could you? Get those cooking. And then, what else do I need? Belts, lots of belts, lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of belts. We're gonna need signals. You. We're gonna need lots of undergroundies. We're gonna need all sorts of stuff. That's fine. We'll take a couple more steel just so that when the time comes, let's fire up a few of these. Let's get a couple of those. We're gonna need Certainly power, undergroundies, splitters. Okay, we'll just kick those off as we make our way back. Ooh. And we'll contemplate how we want to get this started, because, I mean, it's straightforward. It's pretty much exactly what we want to do, but I got to figure out how much, well, yeah, how to reconcile this track. So, but I think this is it. Well, okay. So what we're going to want is, I'm actually going to take this down for now. We'll take this out because we don't need that. We will then put the loop bit, the intersection, down and see how that's gonna fit. Ooh, okay, but that's perfect. That's actually pretty much exactly what I want. Because what I'm gonna do for some of these is I'm just gonna start taking some of this out, because this isn't gonna do this anymore, right? Maybe this will go south at some point, but I doubt it. Right now, I think basically what we're gonna have is just a turnaround. And that's really all this is going to, that's the only function this is gonna serve at the moment. So pretty much all we're gonna have is this. So we'll take this out, we'll take all this out, that, whoops, not that. There's a little piece of track that I don't need anymore, and it won't let me grab it. Okay, just like that, and then all of this, and then we'll figure out how to connect this track up to this turnaround, or this little sort of not quite an intersection anymore bit of track here. So we'll get rid of this, and there we go. So this is essentially all that's going to be here on the end of one of these. Just a way for the trains to essentially turn around. But we've got this weird little nub in here, so we'll go ahead and right. This does not need to cross. So we are just going to add, yeah, that's how we'll do it. We're going to turn this essentially down this way, just like this. There we go. So that's just gonna go like that, and then it's gonna, as it comes up this way, it's gonna go basically straight on like that. Cool. All right. So this is a little bit of a, just a what's the word I'm thinking of? Just sort of a temporary, or not temporary, but like one-off kind of measure that I'm not going to be doing other places, because now I actually have the train design in mind. But it's just sort of a, hey. It works in this particular circumstance because I don't want to have to do undo all of it. Okay, anyway. You know what I'm talking about. And have done for some time. No! No! There we go. Okay. And then this is going to go this way. And we will connect this to there. And then this to there. There we go. Now that train should be able to go, and it started already. Should be able to go on its merry way. We'll see what it does. Yep. It will do it wrong. That's tremendous, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and signal that up properly at some point here in the near future. I'm not going to worry about it just yet because that's the only train on the track at the moment. So, but that's, yeah. But I think I will do, not this weird little hat, but I will do this little, just this little nub here. This little socket, but a joint thing at the ends of some of these, like maybe here, because I don't know how much farther I'm going to go this way. I don't know if I'm going to go down from here, and I don't know if I'm going to go up from here. So if at any point I'm sort of like, yeah, I think that's the end of the line for this thing, we'll prune off all of that so all it has is this little whoop, just a little turnaround. And I think that'll help sort of tie it all together, you know what I'm saying? All right, anyway, let's get some assembly machines down. Let's get this cooking. Beans. Oh, that's actually kind of nice. You can undo the blueprint part of what you did, even if you can't undo the rest of your disaster. All right, I'm going to... Can I clear this? Sure can. Awesome. And now I'm going to grab this again. Yes. That all looks right. And I will save this over this, just so that the blueprint is blank. Okay, anyway. Yeah, a little bit of infrastructure set up, not a ton, but I think that's gonna have to do it for this episode. When I come back with more Factorio, we will finish the copper wire factory, and then we will signal this section of train so that these two trains can exist, or this train and the train I have yet to make can exist on this bit of track simultaneously, not crash into each other and not do anything silly. And then that second train we'll make will bring the copper from here, or will bring copper from here, and bring it to the copper wire factory. And that's it at the moment. We may have it bring it other places, of course, because copper plates are used in other things. But for now, this is really the only place it needs to bring it, is to make this copper wire. And then, of course, we'll send the copper wire up to here, which is where our green circuit factory will be. And then we'll send green circuits over to here, where we will make inserters and other things. As we get more and more of these factories going, the whole process will start to get a little easier and easier, because we won't have to constantly be making these things from scratch as we start to get to things that are made with stuff that we already have. Creating a fast inserter factory will be a little bit easier because we will already have iron plates, we will already have electronic circuits, and we'll already have inserters. You know, creating splitters, we'll already have belts, we'll already have green circuits, we'll already have belts, plates, circuits, and belts, so on and so forth. So right now we're starting a lot of the infrastructure stuff, and I know we're starting it all over from what we had done over here, but this is the way that I wanted it to be originally. I just didn't really have the infrastructure yet. So this was to get us trains, basically, and now we're building the base properly. So it's a little bit starting over, but you know, we're starting to get this stuff, and then we're going to start getting all these things automated and built, and this thing is going to become hopefully massive. I'm a little shy to go out too far yet, until we start automating some of the defensive stuff, and maybe we'll want to prioritize that a little bit more. But once we start, automating gun turrets, automating ammo, automating those kinds of things, wall pieces maybe, so I can actually start fortifying and like being fairly confident that the biters are not going to be as big of an issue. Hopefully we'll be able to it'll just be huge. It'll just be this sprawling, meandering mess of railways and weird junctions. And, I'm going to try to avoid making it too grid-like. I kind of want it to go a little bit, so maybe we'll have little factories here, and then maybe we'll have little factories somewhere else where it makes more sense. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me. I had a blast. I can't wait to see you again. I hope you have an incredible day, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye!
Thank you again for watching the video. If you'd like to see more from me, feel free to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell if you want to be notified when my videos go live. I'd also very much love to hear from you down in the comments below.